Hey guys, before we get started, I want to make sure to let you guys know, and I'll probably forget to put it in the description of this video, but you can check me out at twitch.tv/triple T dog, not without the part that you see here on YouTube. So you guys can check out when I go live. You can follow. You don't have to subscribe. You can follow, and it's free. And you'll know when I go live. You'll get a notification and things like that. And you get to watch the content that you'll see on here just way earlier and get to interact and all that and talk too. And possibly help me out if I ever ask for it. So yeah, because most of the stuff you see here is like from weeks, if not months, to God knows how long ago that I've recorded slash streamed it. So yeah, just thought I'd throw that in there. And yeah, and until then, I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, what's going on? Triple T Dog here, and welcome to kind of like a little update video, kind of whatever. I don't know. I just thought I'd make some sort of like kind of an update slash a thank you slash a whatever. Um, I did see a lot of people sub, and a lot of people have been enjoying the MLB The Show videos, and some people enjoy some of the other stuff I put up. For the most part, the majority of you guys have been enjoying the MLB The Show. And I haven't been playing or recording it as much as I wanted to lately because of new releases, as well as me, as you can tell, starting a lot of different series up. I kind of do that. I love video games and I can't help it. Um, but for you guys, it might not be that noticeable that I haven't been playing MLB that much, just because there's still been some videos popping up. You might have noticed because there's not as many going up, because I try to space it out until I get to my next session to record. It's usually how I do things. But yeah, I just thought I would do some little thank you guys for watching them and supporting them and things like that. And I do tend to try to play a bit more. If not stream it, at least sit down and record it and play it for you guys. I mean, I could possibly stream it on YouTube for shits and giggles, but I don't think you guys would want to see it live. It's more, I don't know. I don't know yet, because I don't really stream anywhere else besides Twitch, so I don't really want to switch around too much. But yeah, there's that. I've had a few questions and things that I was like, you know what, why not? I'll use it as kind of a Q&A kind of deal. Every once in a while, I don't mind doing Q&A kind of thing where people ask what's going on or certain things, and if I feel like I want to answer them, I will. Um, One of the questions I got during like streaming and through messaging, it was being a variety person. Um, I seem to start so many series and stop a lot, and one of the questions was, is there just any reason? And I should have wrote this from word to word, because I kind of just half-assed written the question down on my notepad here, because I'm like, you know, this is the question I want to answer, this is the question I want to answer, and I kind of just half-assed jotted it down. The question was really just about when I stop a series, is it because I'm either burnt out, or I got bored of it, or did I hate the game? You know, just like, what are my reasons why a series you'll see on YouTube or on Twitch or whatever I'm doing suddenly stop? Um, let's see, how many games I've done a lot, and there are a couple that I have stopped. I mean, I've stopped a lot. If you look back at my really old videos, Pokemon series always stop. They just stop. And Pokemon Black version 2 or whatever the hell it was that I was doing at the time ended up getting stopped because during that time frame that I just so happened to start it up, my friends were really addicted to Payday 2, and we just kept playing Payday 2. I have a drink here, so if I stop to sip, I'm sorry, my throat's a little dry today. But we kept stopping to play Payday 2, and we were just I were just addicted to that at the time, so I started to lose interest in playing Pokemon. And the longer the breaks on games like those, the less the less I want to go back, because of how deep I am into a game. Take it for example, an RPG game. If you're really far into the RPG game and it's a heavy induced story mixed with a lot of grinding and things like that, maybe Final Fantasy, maybe one of the Tales games, or any of your favorite RPG, JRPG games, um, when you get so far in and you suddenly stop, everything feels very overwhelming to come back to. Some of it comes naturally, some of it you're just like, yeah, I got this, no problem, I remember. And sometimes you just watch or rewatch a video and check on whatever, just to kind of get a refresher if you need to, or read up on a fucking strategy guide. I don't know. But my attention span isn't always all quite there, and I kind of went back and kind of forgot what the fuck I was doing in Pokemon, and I think I was going towards a gym for all I know when I was playing it, but I went back and I was just like, I just don't have the interest to keep grinding the Pokemon, just doing all of that right now, because it was not what I was doing. I mean, that wasn't my interest, so I just stopped that. That was one of the reasons. So there are times where it's like if I take a too long of a break, I've lost interest. There are times where I do want to go back, but either complications do just other things get in the way, newer games come out, or it's not really on the top of my list of what I want to go through. Like I want to play a Pokemon series through and through for you guys, just because why not? But the problem is I just never have the attention span to go past a certain point. So I don't know if it'll ever happen, but maybe down the line it might. Hell, if a new Pokemon game comes out for the Switch or something, that'd be cool. Because if I ever pick up the Switch, we could play a Pokemon game. I don't fucking know. Doubt it would, but it'd be cool. You'd think they would because of it being on the Switch, and that being a mixture of a home, like a game you can or a system you can play at home and on the go. As a couple other examples of series that I've started and stopped, Horizon Zero Dawn is something I do want to bring back. I want to go back and play that, and it is in my plans. It's just the when I will. That's literally, it's just the when. Um, a lot of times when another game takes over, because when we were playing Horizon Zero Dawn, Mass Effect Andromeda came out, and I'm big into Mass Effect. Even if I don't understand all of the lore from like every wire, I still enjoyed the shit out of the game, and I enjoyed my time in Andromeda. I had a fun time, even if people didn't like the game or didn't think it was that great. I had a pretty decent time. I think I had fun with it at least. Of course, there were some flaws, some issues, and things that weren't that great about it, but overall, it was just fun to play a new Mass Effect game to me, and it was just enjoyable, and it was nice to have a more open combat instead of being completely stuck on the ground when you have biotic powers and things. I think it was pretty cool to be able to not be set as one, but to be mix and match and do what your strong suits are, what you wanted. But Mass Effect happened, and I just suddenly stopped playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Problem also was when I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn, it was hot as fuck for when it came, like, from my room. Whatever the temperature is, and I'm sensitive to heat. I'm a bitch when it comes to heat. But it was probably like 80, 90 degrees the last session I played. Because I think I even said, like, I'll stop, I'll try to come back to it, blah, blah, blah. It was like 80, 90 degrees, and whatever it is outside, it's like 10 times hotter in the room that I stream. There's not a great air circulation. There's like one shitty small window in here. It's not great. So there was that. And I played. It was hot and uncomfortable, and I stopped. Then Mass Effect happened, and I was just so much more interested in that. Horizon Zero Dawn is something I do want to return to. I'm just kind of waiting for the right time. There's gonna be like just kind of a lull. I don't know why I keep always saying lull, but like just this emptiness of games that are being released or just nothing that really interests me, and I'll probably end up going back to it because it's a game with interest that I actually want to play. I probably won't play it on very hard like I was doing. I'll probably come back to it and turn down the difficulty and stuff. But I do want to go back and play it. It's one of those games. It's just, it was one of those things that got taken over by another game, and that's another situation, kind of like the Pokemon Black thing that I was playing. The only difference was I actually have interest to go back, and I'm not too like deep into the game to where I'm like, if I returned, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. The only thing I got to do is relearn how to aim again because I still suck at doing that with any controller or keyboard and mouse. And then like for an example, Prey. I didn't enjoy Prey. A lot of people loved Prey. Something about it I didn't enjoy. Maybe it's because it's not fitting my play style. It's not a bad game. It's just I don't think it was my style. I didn't like how to approach it. Even though I love Deus Ex, I played Mankind and I played Human Revolution. I think I've only uploaded the Mankind Divided playthrough. I don't think I ever uploaded Human Rev. or any, and I'd never played any of the older ones. But I enjoy Deus Ex. I enjoy Bioshock like games and games where you have to do stealth and or take a different approach if you need to. And for some reason, I just didn't enjoy Prey. Just something about it was not fun. So after a while, I just never had an interest to go back. I actually re-downloaded it, and there was a chance I was possibly going to go back, but that interest died literally the next day when I was like, nah, I'm not going to go back. There's just no point. I have no interest nor any desire to want to play it. I rather watch it, if anything. I'll watch it, see it through and through. Um, but that's about as far as I want to go with it, I guess. So there are certain times where I am just done with it. So that happens. Like that's just what happens with a lot of the series. It's just one or the other. Certain games, say like Final Fantasy 12, I didn't get tired of it. I hit like a grind wall kind of thing. Like I thought I was doing pretty good, and if you watched the series up until where I last uploaded, I haven't uploaded it yet, but we got because I just there was no point. Um, not there's just no point right now to upload it because I'm just kind of not playing or recording it. I got to a certain spot, and all of a sudden, from being a higher level and being a little bit over leveled and stuff to the enemies, I get to this part where everybody's my level, and it's a pain in the ass to fight everybody. Like it's really horrible, and so the grind is a lot slower than I would like it to be. So I just kind of stopped. I kind of was like, okay, well, if I ever grind out of this hole, then I will come back to it, I guess. But if not, then we're done with 12. Um, Kingdom Hearts 2, I was excited, and if you remember when I played Dream Drop, and then we went, and then that fragmentary passage, then we went backwards, and I tend to do that. We'll end up going backwards. I went back to Kingdom Hearts 1 and started playing through, and these were like my first times really playing through the Kingdom Hearts games, because I played like parts, and then I stopped, because as a kid, I didn't have the attention span. Played through 1, I couldn't wait to get to 2, but of course I'm trying to go through the ones I have available to me. So Rechain of Memories kind of burnt the fuck out of it, like burnt me out. Like what I jumped to 2, and I was excited, but then other games came up, and I just, they had more priority. Kingdom Hearts 2 is just kind of me playing it from time to time, so that will continue. It's not completely done. Just don't expect a huge influx of that. Just same as like Dragon Quest Builders. I kind of get burnt out after like a long period of time because games like that can happen, but also just it just tends to happen. That's why I try to say in a lot of beginning videos, I don't guarantee a full playthrough. Except Kingdom Hearts, I actually want to fully play through that, so it'll be done at least before 3 ever comes out. I know it has like I think a date now. I don't even know. I have no idea. I'm not keeping up with it because I've tried to keep myself in the dark with new games, things like that. So yeah, that's just what happens. I'll either get burnt out every here and there. Another game takes over. There is some desire to come back, and then there are just times where I don't go back because I just don't want to, or I just don't feel like I want to record and stream it. Or there are just times that I just don't like a game, and it's very rare that I just dislike a game. I play things through and through the best I can. I don't 100% it, but I give it my best shot and enjoy it. Um, so that just tends to happen. It's just and the funny thing is it could be a really good game and I don't enjoy it, and I'll play a really shitty game that I enjoy because it's just funny and it's terrible. I mean, that zombie game that I just started recently uploading, that game is not good. It's not great, but it's not completely trash, but it's not good. And I had fun for the most part with it. Towards the end, kind of sucks, and you might hear my frustration at the end, but of that game. But yeah, that's just like an example. I like playing certain shitty games, but I also like playing, a lot of games. You'll notice. Um, Another question is like, do I have since I started? I wasn't really. It was kind of my first like actual streams. The question was if I am ever gonna go back and play through Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, and even go back and do Wind Waker and actually do it because I never actually continued on after the first part of the game where you literally just meeting the boat. I literally met this boat in Wind Waker. Because back that was what started my stream was playing Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I didn't play Twilight Princess all that until a while, but like a year or so or two ago. I think I played it in like 2015. I don't know, and I stopped uploading that, but I had my own reasons for that. I might end up returning and uploading and stuff those when I start playing it again if I do. And I do want to go through the Zelda games again, doing Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, even Skyward Sword, as well as Breath of the Wild. Hell, I'll even play fucking Link's Crossbow Training on the Wii, as well as yeah, I said Breath of the Wild, and possibly even Hyrule Warriors down the line. I'm going through a very big project of trying to acquire the systems. First off, I don't make a ton of money, so it's a slow grind of saving up. My plan is to eventually get the Switch, so I'll have Breath of the Wild stuff, and then I'm gonna acquire a Wii U and get the games that I can, because I mean that's just my plan. Is just to get the games that I can. And if the virtual console thing isn't around or still not, if you can use it, because I don't know. I know that was a thing in Wii U. I'm not sure if you can still access it or not. I think you can. I wouldn't know. If not, I do have Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time for N64, and if I can always get my brother to let me borrow the system, because my older brother actually holds on to the Nintendo 64, and I can do what I've done with the PlayStation, GameCube, how I've recorded those in the past and play them if need be, if I can't acquire them through Virtual Console. And like I said, I'll play through the Zelda games. I'm not going to play them through like a perfect timeline, but I think that's what I'm going to try to do. Now, there's going to possibly be a chance that Breath of the Wild might be started before I even start my series, because I'm not. When I get my Switch, it depends on if how long it'll take me to get the Wii U, because that's the thing. I don't want to buy my Switch and not play it, you know. So I don't know. This is like a long, expensive project just to because I want to play all these games. There's more than just Zelda reasons why I want to get the Switch and the Wii U and stuff to play them. There are certain games in that are Nintendo on the Nintendo that I want to play. John, or as Basting Fluke, that has been in some of my videos just as a background guy with me, as well as co-oping him with him. He's been hounding my ass to play the Metroid series, and so the only way I could ever do that is it's on the Wii or Wii U, because the Wii U can play Wii games, and I'll just get a Wii Mote and all that shit, and we'll fucking play it. If I can get once I get the money, because apparently there's gonna be a fourth that comes out in for the Switch way down the line. No, I don't think there's a date or a time frame yet. But, there's that. So, I don't know. It's a long process that I'm going through. So, there is going to be a chance. And if you're a Legend of Zelda fan, you'll sure as hell probably enjoy watching me suffer, because I do suck at Legend of Zelda stuff. I do not get all the optional shit. I miss a lot of things. I'm pretty bad at it. But I think it'll be fun to re-record and stream it at a better quality than what I did back then. Because if you ever look it up on YouTube on my channel of Ocarina of Time and stuff, it was terrible quality because I streamed on a shoebox of a PC on a half-assed makeshift microphone thing that I had, where it was literally just a mic. That's all it was, a cord and a microphone taped to my headset that was broken so I could act as an actual mic. And it was atrocious back then before I've upgraded to where I'm at now. My stuff isn't great, but it gets what I want to do done at a decent quality to where I'm happy and okay with, because I'm not fancy with it. I don't need anything ridiculous. I don't need to make 4K fucking YouTube vids and streams, I'm fine with 720p to possibly even 1080 if I ever want to go that high, but my computer isn't overly great, so I don't push the limits here. But yeah, that's just about it. One of the things I was gonna say is in the comments section, because I do occasionally always check my stuff on YouTube. Um, Feel free to suggest what things in the future you would like to see played. Again, I can't play a lot of intensive PC games, but anything that's available on the PS4, um, possibly when I get the Switch and or Wii U, you can suggest stuff there, and things like that. And I do plan to possibly get an Xbox down the line too, because I want to have all the systems just so I have the ability to play on anything at any time. Because I'm not like a fucking fanboy of like I only want to play on PS4, the consoles wars and shit. It's like no, I'm a fucking equal opportunity person. I play on everything that I can get my hands on because I just love video games. And it's one of those things when I was young that I was like, if I had money and I would buy my own systems, things like that, I wouldn't, I always hated having my parents get shit for me. And I'm just like, I want to get these things. So I don't know. It's just one of those things I really want to get these systems to play these games, and I just like streaming and entertaining. Try to be somewhat entertaining or be good background noise, you know. But you guys are free to suggest games, things you would like to see in the future. I do have another game series, type of series coming up in the next week, possibly. People have already probably seen it on other YouTube and streamers because they got early access to it. It's like an indie game. Um, and I didn't get any sort of code or anything from it, so it's not a big deal. I'm not that big of a person, and I only ask very rarely do I ever request to see if I can get one, but we'll be playing that on release. You guys probably know it. It's like Moonlighter or whatever, and I like the concept of what the game's going to be about, so I'm going to want to give that a shot. So that'll probably be down the line next week or two. I also had a question of if I'm going to play Dark Souls Remastered. Because I'm doing this whole experiment for the Wii and the Switch and Wii U and stuff, and I know a lot of people are like, why would you waste your money on these systems? They're so... Again, just want to play the games, just want to have fun. I'm not a fanboy, and I don't really give a shit what other people think of these systems. I just want to get them. I always hate that. People are like, my opinion is a fact. But, Dark Souls Remastered, possibly way down the line. I do want to do a Dark Souls series playthrough where I play through 1, 2, 3, and even go through Bloodborne fully, because I know I keep stopping Bloodborne. That's just because I was co-oping with my friend. But I may start again and try again with the, prepared my asshole edition of me getting myself rammed over and over in the Souls series. It'll be fun times, I think. I mean, I always like trying to deal with these types of impossible challenges and stuff. Sometimes, every once in a rare while, I do. Something about Dark Souls and getting fucking rammed in the ass is some reason just always a good time. I don't know why. And maybe you guys will get a kick out of it. I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, feel free to suggest anything down below you guys might want to see in the distant future, near future, depending on when I have the time and when I'll play it. You may see some random series here and there pop up as well, just because of, playing just some of the stuff I have in my my catalog of games that I want to get through. Who knows? But until then, I do appreciate guys hanging out and listening to me chat and all that nonsense, and ramble on about nonsense. Like I said, feel free to ask questions. If you want to hear anything for a Q&A for another video, feel free to suggest games, things like that, and what you guys want to see more of, what you want to see in the future, as well as if any upcoming games, suggestions that I could look into to see if I might play them or not. But yeah, until then, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Until then.